Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. It is threatening to become a little bit sunny here this afternoon in Nova Scotia. A little bit later getting out than I intended, but had to get out, man. The snow is a bit crusty on top, so I was considering, weighing my options. Do I need snowshoes? Do I not need snowshoes? I didn't know. I was hoping that the snow would be hard enough that I could walk on top, because we had some warm weather the past few days and then crazy cold again last night. But it hasn't formed a crust that I can walk on top of. But that being said, it's also not that deep that I need snowshoes really. So anyway, I've drifted down to the face, and I'm on a digital hunting and gathering mission. So this drift's going to play out slightly different than usual, whereas I just got here. So I haven't done any digital hunting and gathering yet. And from right here at the face, I'm seeing features that I definitely want to capture on video for my daily videos. You can find those on the Instagram or the TikTok, if you look for the Drifting Spore, that is, or on one of the platforms. I forget which one. Sometimes you have to search for my name, Steve Ripley, right? So anyway, check those out. And I've hung my bag. I've got all my stuff. I am going to come back to this place and have a snack and take a break once I'm done. But for right now, my mission is to do digital hunting and gathering. My series of videos, The Morning Light, is running out, and it's going to be done by Monday, I think. So, perfect opportunity to get out, man. We have some weather coming in tonight and some warmer weather next week. So I imagine if I get out next weekend, man, it's going to look a lot different in the woods, I'd say. Our snow is about to go. So one last chance to get out in the snow for some digital hunting gathering, a drift, and a snack in the woods. So anyway, I got my little tripod. I've got my other phone for a camera. I'm going to start gathering those up, and we'll see how we make out. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Ooh, all right. Well, I've had some very successful digital hunting and gathering. I've been about an hour downstream, then upstream. I think I've captured about 22 videos in this series. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. Something about the last of winter, I'm sure. But we'll see how that plays out. Now, all that trudging through snow and trying to keep my footing in the brook, it's got me an appetite, man. I could use a break. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to clear some snow out of here. I did build a fire ring right here at one time, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it today. We'll see. I'm going to get ready. I brought my colander and my baking sheet and my grill, so I can build a fire right on top of the snow if I want to. But I think I'm going to try to move some snow. We're only 2 weeks away now from March 15th. And here in Nova Scotia on March 15th, if you're a bushcrafter or an outdoorsman, you know that starting March 15th is start of wildfire season here in Nova Scotia, and they call it check before you burn. So if you're in Nova Scotia, what that means is every day at 2 p.m. you have to look online to see if you're allowed to have an open fire. And from March 15th on, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., there is no open fires permitted in Nova Scotia. So that means 8 in the morning till 2 p.m., whether you were allowed to have a fire yesterday or not, you're not allowed to have open fires here in Nova Scotia. So every day you got to check at 2 p.m. The plus side to that is that the days are getting longer. It's light out now till almost 6:30, maybe 6:35. So we're getting to the point where if at 2 p.m. I see that we are allowed open fires, I'll be able to come to the woods and have supper or have a little drift and a cup of coffee. So that'll still be really cool. Usually it's not too crazy until we get really dry weather, but we'll see how it plays out. Nobody wants to burn down the woods, right? So check before you burn starting March 15th. Anyway, I'm going to start moving a bit of snow, see what's up here, see if I should use my colander or do an open fire, and get my snack on the go, man. Really pleased with this series of videos I just gathered. They look pretty good to me. Remember, check those out over on the Instagram or the TikTok. All right, I'm going to set up. All right. So another hour in of gathering wood, getting stuff ready, and I'm ready to light my fire. Not quite an hour, about 45 minutes I just spent gathering everything I'd need to get a fire going. Birch bark, small twigs. I'm just doing a fire by hand. Basically, I cut these ones, but everything else I just tore off the trees, basically. All the dead branches, dead lower branches. And I got lucky, a couple of dead standing trees I was able to just walk up and pull out of the ground. Those are really good. So let's put our cotton in here, right there, like we do. Let's see if I can throw a spark on it. That's cotton and Vaseline mixed up there. And I got my file of my Leatherman. It's what I've been really liking to use for my ferro rod. Let's see if we can get her today. Oh, like third shot, man. Now, hopefully, that'll get my birch bark going. Oh, yes, it is. There we go. Shouldn't have to do too much more to that. That should take right off. Right on. Very nice. I'll let that burn down a bit and get my kettle right on it. I would love a nice cup of tea. Well, now, I can see I gotta make some adjustments here already. But, that being said, let's make our adjustments. Oh, geez, not right in the face. I put kind of punky old wood on the bottom. I moved enough snow that I'm down to the top of rocks, but there's still going to be some. Ooh, that looks like a nice place to put the kettle. There's still some snow on top of the rocks. Oh, there we go. That's looking nice. I better get my tea bag in there too. So once again, as I usually do, because I'm a one coffee a day kind of guy, and I had my morning coffee this morning, so I'm putting Twinings Earl Grey tea into my pot. There we go, right on. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna let that do its thing, and I'll bring these back once that's boiled, I guess. Right on. The wind's changed. It was blowing this way. Now it's coming over the face to me. Anyway, we got this. Looks great, man. Right on. Okay, my water looks to be to the boil, man. Which is lucky, because it looked like it was just about to fall through. I'll let it boil a little bit more. And actually, I've got my grill here with me. So I'm going to chuck that on. That's going to keep that from falling down in. Right on. Oh yeah, I'm going to let that boil for a little bit longer. It's not quite as dark as I'd like it. And once we take that off, then I'll put more wood on. And we'll get looking into what I'm going to have to eat, man. The sun's coming out. It's turned into a beautiful day. It's supposed to warm up today. It started the day at like minus 12 degrees Celsius when I came out. It's warmed up a lot now. Gathering up the wood and stuff has got me hot. So I'm just taking it slow now, trying to cool off. You know what Les Stroud always said, right? You sweat, you die. That's coming along really nice. I think I'm pretty well ready to pour that. I'll move yous around a bit and then I'll pour. Okay, my tea is pretty well super boiled there now. So I'm going to take it off the fire. I'm just going to put it on my bandana for a minute. And take my grill off here. Move some of this wood around. And I'm going to get more wood on right away. Such a huge benefit to bringing decent gloves, man. When you're playing with fire, like I can basically stick my hand right in it if I have to. There we go. I can get those logs on the bottom going. We'll be in really good shape for cooking. Oh, I've got a really nice treat today. I hope it turns out. Okay, let's see how that goes. There, now let's pour some tea. Again, I've brought my little cedar shake shingle to use as a little table. There's lots of benefits to having a really flat surface in the woods, man. And the cedar shingle, I had them at home after a project, left over, a whole bundle left over. And being able to use them one at a time for a little table is just cool. Okay, tea is poured. I'm going to put the lid on it so that it'll stay nice and hot until I'm ready for it. And let's see, how's this doing? Not really super ready to cook on that just yet. I don't think, unless I put the grill on and it looks fantastic. Oh, it's pretty close, man. Pretty close to doable, I would say. Yeah, I might just go for it. That's kind of what I do anyway. No, I think I'll let it burn down some yet. Okay, I'll get things ready there. I've got my hammock chair with me. I was going to set it up, but the nice mossy rock was calling to me, man. With winter coming to a close, there's going to be a lot more mossy rocks to look at, man. So I appreciate this one. It's what caught my eye to this spot next to the huge rock face. But oh, I like a good mossy rock to sit on. And I figured my hammock chair would be awfully close to the fire if I hung it here. So that's part of my reasoning too. Ah, the sun is right there in the west. A little bit of snow flurry in the air. That's all right, man. Ah. Okay, I'll let that burn down a little bit and get ready to start cooking, man. I'll bring this back before I do. All right. Oh, I don't think we're going to get much better than that for cooking on. I just went up the hill there. There's a bunch of chickadees up there. And I brought a little mint tin full of black sunflower seeds as a little offering of gratitude to the chickadees and whoever else is here and watching me, wondering what the heck I'm up to, smelling me. uh, excuse me, but the chickadees, quite a flock of them. So my little offering of gratitude and thanks to nature for allowing me to experience this. Okay, let's start cooking. So, let me just check and make sure you guys can actually see me pretty good. A little bit crooked maybe. There we go. That looks alright. Yeah. So, I got the fire down to just kind of smoldering. Like there's lots of heat there for sure. But it's not burning like crazy or anything. Throw my grill on. My kettle's cooled off now, so I can go over there. Just drop my folding fork in the snow. It's not really going to hurt anything either, though. I brought a spoon, but I'm not sure why. I guess my thought was for my tea, but... And what I'm cooking is so special this time, I even brought a plate. Yes, it's a plastic children's plate, but it's a plate nonetheless, which is odd for me. I noticed the handles on my poor old skillet are starting to melt right through. Soon there's going to be nothing but metal left there, which is fine though, because I never touch it without gloves on. Okay, here's what I brought to eat. Oh no, wait, let's put oil in the pan first. Hopefully that stops smoking a little bit. I'd use these 60 milliliter dropper bottles or 2-ounce dropper bottles. That's what I bring my oil in. I find they work really good. It's always, I never use it all, right? So I'd say it's a very good size. I use about 3/4, maybe half. This time I use a little bit more because when I'm cooking, I want to frizzle. Oh, that sun is just glorious, man. The smoke from my fire just sidling through the trees there on the wind. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, my gloves. Need to keep my right glove out here. Yeah, that's not going to take... That's already hot, I would say. Okay, here we go. It's one of those special drifts for the last hurrah of winter, I would say, because from the forecast I'm seeing, it looks like there won't be no snow or anything next week. I have brought a beautiful steak, man. I've already salt and peppered my steak at home. I like to salt and pepper it and then put it in the bag, man, and kind of let it chill like that for a while. Ooh, that's a nice looking piece of meat. Here we go. All right. Steak is in the pan. Right on. Put my empty bag in there. Okay. I'm going to fire the lid on there too. All right. Steak is on the go, man. Good. Awesome. Okay. We're going to let that fry up for a while. And then I get something else for in the pan. Right on. To keep my balance here. Okay. Going in for a flip. It hasn't been long, only a couple minutes, but I can hear my steak just frizzling, man. Oh, where's my glove? Left glove this time. Let the oil get under it again. Oh, look at that, flambe! Oh, oh my. Look at that, would ya? Wow. Does that ever look good, man? I can't believe I flambéed it. Oh, oh, this is ridiculously awesome. So, from the look of that, I think I better put this stuff in too. I've got a nice healthy bag of mushroom and onion to go with my steak. So I'm just going to fire that right in there too. All my garbage is going in my kettle now. Once I'm done with my kettle, it becomes my garbage receptacle. And we're going to put my fork right there. Oh, if you could smell this. Wow. Hopefully my head's not blocking your view of this stuff, man. Oh, that's not going to be long. That is not going to be long at all. I don't want to overdo it. Holy, that smells awesome. Okay, I'm going to let that go for a few minutes and get the mushrooms and onion done. Just canned mushrooms. I couldn't find any good looking fresh mushrooms. Come spring, once we start getting mushrooms here, I'll do a mushroom catch and cook. Oh boy, that smells good. Right on. Okay, let's give my steak another look here. if I can. The smoke keeps getting me. Okay. Oh yeah, my steak is done. I'd like the mushrooms and onions done a little bit better, that's all. So I'm gonna let it go a few more minutes there. But very, very soon we will be tasting that. Oh my goodness, that smells good, man. Wow. Right on. Yeah, let's have a look at this again now. Oh, that looks too good, man. Too good. My mushrooms are. Oh, yeah, my onions are soft. Oh, that's it right there. That's it. I'm calling it. That's exactly what I'm after. Look at that. I just piled all the mushrooms and onions on there, but holy, that looks good. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully you can. Oh, I'm going to taste it. Okay, I'm going to put my lid on here for a sec. And I'm going to get my grill off. I'm glad I brought my grill. Wasn't necessary, but I brought it. Now, let's kind of tuck our fire in like that. And then let's put all the remaining wood on it, which is quite a bit, actually. There. Let's see what that does while I'm eating. Should provide a nice ambiance, or... Oh, there's a huge chunk of snow in there. Look at that. That would not be helpful. A huge chunk of snow. Anyway, some of this wood was quite punky. I don't know if that's going to go or not. I might have just smothered it. Let me get my pocket bellows real quick. Oh, that wind might do the trick too. Is the wind gonna get it? Come on, wind. Yes, the wind's gonna get that. I don't need the pocket bellow that. Okay, my steak. So, like I said, I did bring a plate, but I don't know if I'm gonna need it. Holy moly, that looks good. Oh, the fat on that steak looks amazing. I can tell by sticking the fork in it, it is done perfectly. So, now, I'm going to put this on both knees. I didn't bring a steak knife, but let's see what I can do with my trusty old Leatherman. My Leatherman has a serrated blade on it that I don't really use for anything. Oh, that worked nicely. First bite of my steak and mushroom over fire in the woods. Just salt and pepper on it. Fried it up in olive oil. Here we go. Well, I don't think you get a better steak than that anywhere. Tell you the truth. It is tender. It's cooked perfectly. Like, it's really done. It's not overdone at all, but it's certainly not rare or anything. Not even medium rare. I'd call it well done. Mmm. The mushroom and onion with it is amazing. Wow. This here for me today, I have a feeling this is going to qualify as breakfast, lunch, and supper. Because it's getting late in the afternoon now. I didn't have lunch. I didn't have breakfast. I don't eat like normal people. If I was, not horribly overweight at one time. I was definitely overweight. It was getting worse. So I really had a real good think about how I was eating and what I was eating and all that. And I came to discover that for me personally, I'm only talking about myself, but for me personally, like one meal a day and a little handful of nuts or something if I feel hungry, like if I actually feel hungry, which is very rare, will keep me just right. Like I don't need 3 meals a day plus snacks, not at all. But I just heard something. Keep an eye out behind me, of course, as always, for critters, and let me know in the comments if you see anything. I haven't seen any squirrels yet this drift. Sorry to talk with my mouth full, but okay. Holy, that's awesome. I wish you could taste it, but being here alone is what it's all about for me. I've had the family out the last number of drifts, and it is awesome. But Carolina Chris commented on my last video when I had the full family out and said it's kind of funny how the family will act when you're out on a drift or videoing them while you're outdoors, right? And that's true, man. They're not used to being on camera. I'm just an idiot. I don't mind being on camera. I don't mind being anywhere. So, but having them out is a great pleasure. But it's also a little bit stressful. It's hard to direct 3 other people. Like when it's just me, I have no trouble, man. I can just do whatever I want. My shot's set up right easy, and I always know where the camera is. Whereas sometimes the kids and everything they don't. So anyway, I got a beautiful fire on the go. One of the last open fires I'm going to be able to have. Next weekend will be my last chance, I think, at an open fire. During the day, anyway. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to eat this steak and onion and mushroom. I'm going to enjoy it immensely. I'm going to soak up the sun. I'm going to enjoy my fire. I'm going to be super grateful. Mm. Oh, man, that's good. I brought a plate thinking I was going to use it. I don't know why I bring plates. I never use them. Anyway, I'm going to make this disappear and I'll bring these back when I'm done. Right on. So tender, man. Like, it's just basically falling apart. This wasn't an expensive cut of meat either. This is like a top sirloin, but I think I paid like $9 for it. Golly, it's good. Wow. The pepper, cracked pepper, man. Hmm. Last bite, man. I can tell you this did not take long. Wow. That is like a capital W. Wow. Amazing. So good, man. I'm just going to put that there for now. Not to lose all my stuff. Oh, boy. Lovely. And of course, not to mention my tea is also strong, hot. Oh, with no additives, man. I take it just the way it comes out of the pot. Beautiful. What a great winter it's been, man. Like, I've had some good ones in the past, but boy, I tell you what, this here bushcraft hobby, I don't even know if it's a hobby anymore. It's kind of it's becoming kind of all encompassing. I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying getting out in the woods. Like I mentioned before, I am a forest therapy practitioner, so I know that the trees are supporting my health. I know that there are phytoncides and negative ions that I'm getting from being right here, right now. And man, I sure do appreciate it. And like, I don't think, trying to think, I use polypore mushrooms as well, but I haven't been sick all winter, man. Nothing. So I expect that to continue. People always say when I say that, oh, right now I'm pretty solid, man. I've been good most of the winter. I've had the odd little hiccup, but nothing major, man. I've been good. And right, there's a lot of you guys that are fairly new, right? Since 500 subscribers, we're now just over 700. That's awesome, man. I never ask anybody to subscribe. If this resonates with you, what I'm doing, and you want to follow along and, watch what I'm up to, man, I do this just because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy videoing what I'm doing out in the woods. 30 years from now, should I be so lucky as to make it that long, maybe I'll look back and be able to watch these, right? And remember how awesome it was, man. So that's my that's my motivation for doing this. It's not for likes or views. It's not to make money, not at all. I have a full-time job. I'm good. I don't need that. I'm not trying to become rich off this or anything at all, right? And in most cases, everything I do, I try to do and then pass it on for free, right? Just because I think there's enough money grabbing in the world going on. Not that I pay any attention to the world going on. I pay very limited attention to anything outside my bubble, and because this is what I prefer, man. Why would you pay attention to things you don't prefer? We've talked about this before. Anyway, it's awesome. Every day, I heard something this week that kind of resonated with me, and that was somebody said, I forget who it was. Maybe it was Esther Hicks and the Abraham Hicks channelings. I think it was her that said, the closer you are living to being your truest self, meaning, right, you're not living with your ego, you're not putting on a mask every day and running around the world going, this is who I think I am. That's a famous Ram Dass thing. He said people wake up in the morning and they put on their personality and they walk around trying to convince everyone else of who they are, right? And they're walking around going, this is who I think I am. This is who I think I am. This is who I think I am. I'm not doing that, man. This is just who I am, right? It's not who I think I am. And I struggled with that in the past. I've been like, I've had experiences where I'm like, my personality changes depending upon who I'm talking to, right? And when I became aware of that, it became most noticeable to me the first time I went to Labrador. And everybody up there has an accent different than we have here in Nova Scotia, right? That Newfoundland Labrador twang. It's a little bit Irish sounding. And you know what happened after the first 24 hours there? I was talking like them, and I was talking to them like them, right? And the next time, I realized it at the time, was kind of horrified at myself, right? So the next time we went, I made sure that I did not mimic their accent and just, you know, stayed true to myself. And the truer you can be to yourself, the easier, excuse me, everything else will become. I take that as fact, man. Ever since I began living consciously, being conscious of my impacts on this earth, and moving through this earth with love and gratitude and just an openness to experiencing it, realizing that I am it and it is me, right? All those profound realizations just, they blow me away. But the universe provides evidence to prove that this is what's happening, and it provides it all the time, right? So, anyway, my tea's more than half gone. My fire's burning down, but I've got lots of snow to make sure I put it out well and good. I'm going to sit here and just look at the brook, soak up all the health and support these trees around me are providing, listen to the sound of the brook rattling by, man. It's a time for melting. It's the last breaths of winter right now. They might be deep, but they're the last, man. Spring is coming. Don't focus too heavily on the future. Spring is coming. I'm excited for it. I can feel the energy of spring coming. But find your joy right here. Find your joy right now, right? And when you start looking, ask the universe, show me. Show me the beauty in this moment. Boy, I tell you, it'll show you. Right on. Anyway, I'm going to finish my tea. Then I'm going to start packing. Then I'm going to head to back to the rest of the world. Mm. Here's a good little one that I do twice a day. For sure, every morning, sometimes twice a day. So, as just a little bit of a meditative practice, take a deep breath in. I don't know if this will show up. You'll hear it, but take a deep breath in. I'm almost too full to do this. Focus your attention right here, right now, and say to yourself 3 times, or out loud, even better if you say it out loud. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. When you open your eyes after doing that, I'm telling you, man. Oh, squirrel. I see the squirrel running. There he comes. He's coming across that log over there. Hi, buddy. I put some black sunflower seeds on the rock there behind me. Help yourself. I put them out for the chickadees, but you're more than welcome to them too. Right on. Good to see you. Right? The universe will show you. If you open your eyes to it, the evidence will come pouring in, man. Anyway, I'm going to finish my tea and then pack up. I'll bring us back when I get that all accomplished. Actually, my tea's almost gone, so I might as well keep you for it. Just realizing that you're a part of this. This is a part of you, man. This is it. We'll talk more about it in later drifts. Right on. Mm, Beautiful cup of tea, beautiful fire, beautiful brook. Winter's last breaths. That's going to be the title, I think, of maybe this drift and the short series of short videos I took, the digital hunting and gathering. So check those out too, man. I'm getting some really awesome positive feedback from those daily videos I post, and man, that's awesome. Right? I'm ecstatic that people are finding them beneficial, and that's kind of what they're meant to be, man. Right on. Anyway, I'm gonna start packing up now. I'll bring you back before I'm out. Right on. Oh man, right on. Oh, what an amazing day I've had in the woods, man. The digital hunting and gathering was awesome. My cup of tea, my fire. I just built my fire, did like a by hand fire where you just grab wood, grab the dead lower branches off trees, grab standing dead trees, and just take the whole thing. That's how I collected wood for my fire. And my fire was excellent, perfect, couldn't ask for any better. Lovely cooking fire, nice relaxing fire. Mmm, the sun, man. The sun is starting to gain strength for us. So, the winter days are coming to an end, man. I'm guessing by next weekend, if I get out for a drift, things will look a lot different again. Which means some of my spots that I haven't been able to access that are too steep to get to when there's a lot of snow down, those are going to open up again. Oh, it's time to get going. Thoughts are heading towards overnighters, things like that too, man. Right on. My steak was so good. I mean, I like steak and mushrooms anytime, steak and mushroom and onion like that. But over the fire beside a brook with the sun beating down on you, surrounded by trees and a rock face, man, doesn't get any better than that for me. That's my high point right there. Anyway, time to head up the hill, make my way back to the car, head home. I've breathed as much of this in as I could, and I'm going to take it home with me, and it's going to provide me great balance for the whole week through, man, until I can do it again. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed coming with me today. I hope you'll come again sometime, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and remember, I always say it, and I'm going to keep saying it, man, because it's so true. You will never find anything unless you get out and look. Go have a look, man. It's worth it. Bye for now.